Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Alleged gunman in ambush attack shot by a cop in Spanish Town. An alleged gunman was shot and injured by a policeman on Saturday night in the Fairfield Road area of Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He has been identified as 23-year-old Miguel Simit, otherwise known as Trelawny, of Fairfield Road address. Police report that about 11:45 p.m., Simit and an armed accomplice attempted to ambush the policeman after the cop pulled up at his home, but the lawman took evasive action and fired at his attackers, hitting Simit. Both gunmen fled on foot, but Simit later turned up at hospital with gunshot wounds to the face and was admitted in serious but stable condition. Simit was subsequently hit with a battery of charges, including shooting with intent, discharge of firearm, and recovery of firearm. Police recovered a shotgun, one live 12-gauge round, several 9mm casing, and a red and white mask from the scene. Several roadways remain impassable due to impacts of heavy rainfall. The National Works Agency (NWA) says Clarendon and St. Catherine continue to be severely impacted as several roadways are flooded. Communication and Customer Services Manager at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, says among the flood areas is the Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine, which has been closed. He says an incident where two men were captured on video trying to breach the gate to enter the gorge has been reported to the police.
The rear culvert is in state, and so the road there is impassable. And I want to advise persons, do not try to get into the gorge. It is dangerous for you to attempt to do so at this time. We have seen where at least two persons attempted to break the gate, the locks to the gate that's there, in a bid to get into that space. That is something that has been reported to the police, and the police will deal with that. But we want to advise persons, do not attempt to use the Bogwalk Gorge at this time. Elsewhere in St. Catherine, the St. John's Road, that one is flooded as well. We also have flooding in the Linstead area, the road from Russell Pen to Mango Grove. There's flooding there. There's also flooding on the Port and the Spanish Town Road at the Bernard Lodge Road. In Clarendon, the lower sections, we have quite a bit of flooding in the alley area as the Rio Mino is in spate. In the north, we have a combination of landslides and flooding impacting areas like Cupis, the Colonel's Ridge. Ainan Town is flooded. That's on the border of St. Anne. The road from Maypen to Source Upturn, there's water impacting that corridor. Breakaways impacting the lower Chapelton to Rock River Road. And over in Westmoreland, we have some landslides on the Oakton to Arkindown and Torrington to Pennycook corridor, as well as Ferris to Markfield. The road from Wirefence to Warsop is also impacted, that is in Trelawny, by some landslides and failed structure. We also have failed structures on the road from Lacovia to Vauxhall and Vauxhall to Union in St. Elizabeth. We continue to monitor the situation in all the parishes, and we respond where the need arises.
Classes at some schools dismissed early due to adverse weather. Classes at some schools across the island were dismissed early on September 26 due to severe weather conditions associated with Hurricane Ian. The island was spared a direct hit. However, its outer bands continued to produce heavy rainfall, resulting in flooding and landslides in several parishes. As a result, some schools were closed while others ended class early. Principal of the Guys Hill High School in St. Catherine, Cecil Donald, told reporters that over 300 students turned out for face-to-face learning, but due to the weather condition, classes were dismissed early.
Today we had the inclement weather has been experienced throughout the island, and we had approximately 300 students who turned out for face-to-face classes, and we were able to engage them. Based on the weather condition, it started to worsen towards the middle of the day, towards midday, and as a result, we quickly advised our parents that would have to send home the children just to ensure that they were safe. Some actually came to school and collected their own children just to ensure their safety. And likewise, some of our teachers too, they had some challenges, so some were not able to be present at physical school today. But we are hoping for the best for tomorrow. We continue to monitor the weather situation. Continue to monitor the media houses and see what is happening. in order to make the best decision for their children. They have to continue to monitor it and ensure the safety. Safety is paramount at this time.
Edwin Allen Principal to speak with teacher, students over viral video. Principal of Edwin Allen High School, Jermaine Harris, said he is not able to speak to a video where students are seen wiping off what the teacher is writing on the chalkboard. Harris told reporters that he first saw the video on Sunday and has not been able to speak with anyone about it as yet. He, however, confirmed that the teacher in the video works at the school. I have not received any reports from the teacher concerning the video that is out there. The first time I'm hearing about that video would have been on Sunday, so as a school, we have not gotten any opportunity to investigate and to speak with the teacher and students that are seen in the viral video, Harris said. We had stayed home on Monday with the rain, so as much as we get back into the classroom space, we will be speaking to the teacher and students about the incident, he added. The principal said he did not know if the incident actually took place on the school compound. What we saw in the video apparently were students and a teacher in a classroom, but we have not received any report from the teacher, and, as the principal, it would have been irresponsible of me to confirm that it occurred at Edwin Allen, he reasoned. In the first part of the viral video, a female student is seen using her hand to wipe off what the teacher is writing on the whiteboard after telling the tutor that no one is writing. The teacher stops and looks at her, and she puts a hand to her side, leans on the whiteboard, and looks at the teacher with a smile on her face. In the second part of the video, two boys are seen similarly wiping off what the teacher writes on the whiteboard.
These students nowadays. These students need to be punished. Edwin Allen was never like this.
One of my friends sent me a video with him.
Breakaway at Sutton Square renders road impassable. Residents taking taxis which go through Sutton Square in Clarendon could see an increase in fares as operators may have to divert to a longer route. A huge breakaway at Sutton Square had worsened with the downpour caused by Hurricane Ian. Resident Craig Tulsi said that the land seepage started a month ago and there is nothing to channel the water, so the road keeps breaking away. Water dangerous. We now have no control over water, he noted. Tulsi also outlined the impact on students. They have to go take taxi. It cannot pass here again. If you have to go divert to a longer way, so they have to pay more fare. Normally, a $150 for go Chapelton, but at $200, you go get an off turns and go round Chapelton. Tarvis Mills, another resident, said land separages has happened before and the retaining walls were fixed. However, he said a solution for channeling the water is needed. NAA reports land separages in western Jamaica. Rain associated with Hurricane Ian has not spared western Jamaica in its destructive effects, as the National Works Agency NAA has reported land separages in sections of Trelawny and Westmoreland. General Ricketts, the Community Relations Officer for NAA Western Regional Office, told reporters that a roadway in Trelawny and athletics communities in Westmoreland were affected as a result of separages from Monday's rainfall. In terms of damage that we have so far, we have in Trelawny landslides along the wire fence to Warsop Road. In Westmoreland, we also have some landslides along the road from Hopetoun to Octingdown, Torrington to Pennycook, and Ferris to Maxfield, said Ricketts, adding that some of those roads have been reduced to single-lane traffic. Hanover was also affected, as the Cash Hill to Dundee and Cascade in Jericho Main roads were impacted by land separages. However, there were no reports of land separages or flooding in St. James. Ricketts indicated that the NAA is currently waiting until the rain subsides before determining what action to take in rectifying the land separage issues. She told reporters that remedial drain cleaning work in sections of St. James and Westmoreland have already started on the weekend prior to the rains. Collapsing culvert affecting roads in St. Elizabeth. The National Works Agency NAA is advising road users to proceed with caution after a culvert collapse along the Lacova to Vauxhall Main Road in the vicinity of Upper Valley Park. The action has caused traffic in the area to be reduced to single lane. In the meantime, the Vauxhall to Union Main Road in the vicinity of Raheen is also being affected by a collapsed culvert. The NWA says the damage extends to half the width of the road and is again warning motorists to take extreme caution when passing. Rain forces closure of Mushet High. Torrential rain in the Wakefield area of Trelawny on Monday has forced Mushet High School to close its doors. Nathan Johnson, principal of Mushet High, informed reporters as classes are being held online. It has been raining heavily since 6 a.m. We have advised parents not to send out the students. The teachers have opened up Google Classroom and classes are online. 700 students have been affected by this decision, he said. Meanwhile, at Wakefield Primary School, classes are almost being held online, although a small number of students showed up to school. Principal Michael James said our Google Classrooms have been activated and classes will be online. We have 454 students, and about 60 of them have braved the rain and are here at school. They will be catered to, he added. Wakefield has a history of flooding, but none has been reported so far. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.